Hi-ho everybody, this is Rob with Ear Scouts and we are back where we left off yesterday at the American Adventure Pavilion. We're going to continue our way around the globe trying all the new stuff from the festival. We're also going to be doing the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's get going. Here pretty early this morning. We're actually here before the pavilions are even open, so whenever I'm in Epcot early, the first thing I like to do is grab a Joffrey's. If you've never been to Joffrey's, it's basically like the Disney version of Starbucks. I think it's better than Starbucks, and if you're an annual pass holder, you get a 20% discount, which is pretty sweet. All of the different Joffrey's around Epcot have their own unique signature festival drink. It's different in each of the Joffrey's. We're going to check out the one here in the American Adventure Pavilion. They have a Rainbow Dreams cold brew. Let's see how it tastes. All right, this is a sweet, creamy cold brew topped with whipped cream and colorful marshmallow crunch. So they basically just sprinkle some Lucky Charms on top, and sadly, our Lucky Charms did not have any marshmallows, so our marshmallow crunch is missing marshmallow, but I'm sure the coffee will still taste the same. The flavor is basically just cold brew with cream and sugar. Good for a caffeine fix though, and that's what we're here for. So the main reason I'm back here today at American Adventure is because this is where we left off in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, we'll link it down in the description below. But it's also a really good tip to start your day at any theme park at the back of the park. Most people will start at the beginning, at the entrance, and work their way around, either clockwise or counterclockwise. But you can kind of beat those crowds by going directly to the back of the park and then working your way forward. Now, at Disney parks, there's usually a specific ride you want to hit first, so that's always a good idea. But in Epcot, where it's not really about the rides, especially if you're here on a festival day, starting at the back of the park actually makes a lot of sense to beat the crowds. So if you've never been to the Festival of the Arts before, the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine is basically a tour of the world of colorful foods. So I think they call it a Technicolor tour of vibrant food from around the world. You take your festival passport, you're going to get these stamped when you purchase the specific food item. So right now we're doing orange here at the artist's table in the American Adventure Pavilion. Basically though, the idea is to collect all the stamps, then you take your stamp book to a specified booth. In this case it's going to be Deco Delights, and then you're going to get a special treat for completing the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. Full disclosure, I do not like fish. I don't like seafood. I don't really like anything that swims. So this is going to be an extra challenge for me. I'm probably not going to be the person to give you a fair and unbiased review of this dish, but I am going to try it because we're going to do all the foods on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. So I'm going to eat it. Not going to be happy about it. All right, these are the pan-seared scallops with vanilla butternut squash puree, brown butter cauliflower puree, and lime foam. We're going to get a bite with a little bit of everything. Not as terrible as I was expecting. The scallops, there's a little bit of a fishy flavor there, but not overpoweringly so. As someone who really, I'm telling you, I strongly dislike fish. So the fact that I think it's pretty good, I'm guessing if you're a fish lover, you're probably gonna love this. So you really taste that lime foam, gives it a nice citrusy flavor. The butternut squash is rich, kind of tastes like Thanksgiving. It's a little sweet, a little buttery, which is nice. Again, the fish, not a strong fishy flavor. So if you're like me and you're not a huge fan of fishy fish, this one's pretty mild. And I wouldn't say I loved it because I'm not a fish fan, but I liked it. And if you're a fan of fish, you're probably gonna dig it. We're headed into the Morocco Pavilion and Princess Jasmine is here to say hello. Thanks for welcoming us to Morocco. Tangerine Cafe has something new for the festival this year. It is carrots 3 ways. Berber spiced grilled carrots, pickled carrots, and carrot ginger puree. I don't know about you, but I am excited for something healthy and plant-based. I always think Tangerine Cafe is one of the most beautiful quick service restaurants in all of Disney World. The tile work in here is just crazy. This is actually one of the menu items I've been most excited to try. I love trying the plant-based options at Disney World. It's usually a nice, healthy reprieve from all of the sugar and cholesterol that you're getting everywhere else. The Carrots Three Ways is a beautiful dish. Let's see if it tastes as beautiful as it looks. I have assembled a bite here of all three of the carrots in the Carrots Three Ways. We've got the spiced grilled carrots, the pickled carrots, and the carrot puree. Wow. I know, I keep raving about everything at this festival. Everything is so good. This is delicious. It's probably the best carrot dish I've ever had. I know that sounds like that's not saying much, but I dig carrots. This is crazy good. There is a really nice citrusy flavor coming from the pickled carrot. So the carrot puree, strong fresh carrot flavor. I would say probably my least favorite of the three flavors here. I don't think they really added much to it. So it is a carrot ginger puree. I'm not really tasting much of the ginger. I'm mainly tasting that fresh carrot flavor. I think the star of this dish is this grilled carrot. Yeah, that is really good. And when you pair it with the citrusy flavor you're getting from the pickled carrot, the two just go together beautifully. I think the puree just kind of rounds it out and gives it an extra texture. Definitely, it's all about the grilled carrot and that pickled carrot. Would I come for this again? Yes, and I probably will. I think this is actually going to be one of my park staples in Epcot while the festival's going on, because I'm always looking for a healthy option, a quick snack that's not too full of fat and calories or sugar. You can probably hear those drums behind me. That's because we are here in Japan. Next stop is Goshiki, which is the festival booth here in Japan. We're going to try the chicken koshiyage. Breaded and fried chicken with yum yum sauce and vegetables. That sushi donut was a big hit from last year, but as we discussed, fish is not my favorite, so probably going to skip that one. All right, most importantly, let's see how this tastes. It tastes like a chicken tender with some mildly sweet sauce. That's really pretty much all there is to it. These veggies, I'm not really even sure how you're supposed to eat this. They're just like little shreds of veggie. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to sprinkle them onto the kushiyage. I have sprinkled the veggies onto the kushiyage. That's how you eat it. So definitely when you sprinkle those veggies on top of the piece of chicken, it is more delightful. The really strong flavor there is that pickled ginger flavor. The other veggies are pretty much just there for added texture, I think. It's solid fried chicken, not the best I've ever had, but not bad. It's nice and crispy and juicy, which is what you want from some fried chicken. The yum yum sauce is pretty standard, sort of a slightly sweet mayonnaise flavor. Would I come back for this? Probably not. Definitely not one of my favorite things we've had, but not bad. Pretty much like everything we've had at the festival, even the things that aren't amazing, it's solid. It's a good dish. It's not bad. It's just not one of my favorites. Next up, we are saying bienvenido to the family Madrigal. We're here at Vibrante and Vivido Encanto Cocina. So last year this was not Encanto themed. Obviously Encanto didn't exist yet. But this year, with everybody going around singing songs from Encanto, Disney definitely decided to make them part of the festival. I'm not sure if the food here is going to heal us with a meal, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty tasty. So this is another stop on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. We will definitely be getting our stamp here. Time for yellow on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. It's going to be a house-made empanada with chorizo and potato and 2 kinds of aioli. Lots of spices in there. Not like spicy spices. There's a little spiciness there, but not like hot spicy, but like spices spicy. It says that there's turmeric and annatto. I'm going to confess that I've never had annatto. I'm not really sure if I'm picking up on that flavor, if that's one of the spices that I'm tasting, but it does taste delicious. The sausage is very mild, not a strong sausage flavor. Mainly you're getting the flavor from those aiolis, the turmeric aioli and the annatto aioli. The crust is nice and light and flaky. The ones you get in Mexico tend to be a little bit more rich. This one's very light and flaky, the crust. It's tasty. Not one of my favorite things I've had, but good. While we're here, we're also going to grab that spicy ajiaco soup. That is made with guajillo and arbol chili spiced chicken, potato, avocado corn, and creme fraiche. Definitely a strong chili flavor there. I'm not a chili expert, so I'm not sure if I'm tasting the guajillo or the arbol, but it's really nice. It tastes relatively healthy. A nice kind of a chili flavored broth with some avocado, some potato, some other veggies in there. There's also some chicken in there. I'm gonna get just a bite with just the chicken. Yeah, this is a really good soup. It's like dark meat chicken with the veggies, the avocado. There's some fresh corn on the top. This is another entry in the sort of healthy options you can get around the park, and I like it. Probably not gonna make the best of list, but it's still very, very good. So I actually just ran into some Colombians who are here at the Encanto booth, and they were talking about the authenticity of everything. They said that the empanada was pretty authentic. They felt like the dough on the empanada was a little different than they're used to, but other than that, a pretty authentic dish. They felt like the soup was less authentic. They said usually those things that are added in are served on the side so that they're not hot. Things like avocado, you want to serve that on the side in Colombia. Here it was just sort of thrown into the dish. I'm guessing that's probably just for ease of serving, but they did say in Colombia that would be a big no-no. They also tried that passion fruit mousse, and they said they thought it was delicious. They said it was similar to a flan that they might have in Colombia, and they thought the flavor was pretty authentic. So we have made our way to the France Pavilion. We're going to check out the food booth here, which is L'Art de Cuisine de la Française. We're going to try the most difficult to pronounce new item of the festival. I'm going to give it a shot. Mousseline de bisque de homard froid, brioche fouilletée à la nef. I'm sure I massacred that, but that is basically a chilled lobster bisque mousse served with dill brioche. All right. You can definitely taste the lobster in there, which not my personal favorite flavor, but it's definitely a pronounced lobster flavor. What you would expect it to be. It's a lobster bisque mousse. It should have a pronounced lobster flavor, but not my personal favorite flavor. The brioche, I'm a little disappointed in. Number one, it's super tiny, which I'm not sure why there's such a tiny piece of brioche for such a large mousse. The mousse itself tastes kind of like a creamy lobster flavor. I'm not getting a lot else from it. There's kind of an herbs creme fraiche on top, but when you mix it with the lobster bisque, kind of gets lost a little bit. Really, the main thing you're tasting here is that lobster. I do wish that the brioche was not so dried out. Not my favorite dish of the day for sure. We are here in the beautiful Canada Pavilion for not one but two food booths. There's Gourmet Landscapes, which is basically the traditional festival booth for Canada. It's also a stop on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. We're gonna get that reddish purplish color. It's for the beets. And then Refreshment Port actually has a special poutine for the festival. It is a gnocchi poutine, which sounds pretty interesting to me. I love poutine in pretty much any flavor, so let's go check it out. So basically it's fried gnocchi in place of the French fries. It's a gnocchi with red wine braised beef, cheese curds, basil, and burrata. All right, let's grab a bite. Well, it's kind of unique and interesting to have poutine made with gnocchi instead of French fries. It's missing the gravy. I hate to say it because I love poutine. I really love their original poutine. You should definitely come by and get that if you haven't had it. It might actually be my least favorite thing I've tried at the festival so far. It's just kind of dry. It needs some sort of a sauce or something. It is a lot of food, I'll give it that, but definitely not one of my favorites. I would say if you have a hankering for poutine, get the original poutine and skip the gnocchi poutine. All right, we are at Gourmet Landscapes getting the red stamp on our wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. They've got that blood orange braised beef carpaccio, which is on the walk. It is made with a mustard vinaigrette, pickled clamshell mushrooms, golden beets, and crostini. We have constructed a bite with every component of the beet carpaccio. Let's see how it tastes. Definitely a really strong beet flavor there. I'm not getting a strong blood orange flavor. It's a little sour, but I don't recognize it immediately as like a blood orange flavor. Aside from that sourness, it's a little salty. The mushroom is definitely marinated in something. I think that's maybe where a lot of the saltiness I was tasting was coming from. It's fine. Not one of my favorite things. If you really love beets, definitely the flavor of the beets comes forward in this dish. It's the main thing you taste. I'm not really tasting that blood orange. Honestly, I think my favorite thing from this dish is the cheese. The cheese is it's like an herb cheese. It's very nice, but all in all, not one of my favorites. All right, we are back at the deconstructed dish. This time we are getting the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine item, the Deconstructed Key Lime Pie. Flexible key lime curd, key lime mousse, graham cracker cake, and meringue. All right, let's see if this deconstructed key lime pie tastes as good as it looks. We're gonna get a little bite of everything here. Okay, prepare yourself. I'm about to make a shocking observation. The deconstructed key lime pie tastes exactly like key lime pie. It's a good key lime pie. I think it's an interesting presentation of key lime pie. If you're a big fan of key lime pie, which I am, this is a great treat. But the flavor, you want to know what this tastes like? If you've had key lime pie, this tastes exactly like key lime pie. It's just kind of a fun, cool presentation of key lime pie. Would I come back for this? Maybe. If I had a hankering for key lime pie, it's kind of fun. It's an interesting twist on it, sort of like the apple pie a la mode we had yesterday. It's good, not amazing, but very good, and an interesting twist on an old classic. So you hear that rushing noise behind me? That's because we are over here by Test Track. We are checking out the donut box for their wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine item. It is a vanilla donut, but I have to say, to call this thing a vanilla donut just doesn't seem to do it justice. This thing is over the top. All right, I feel like I want to get all of the components in this bite. This is a little bit of a mess. Once again, the donut box, lovely, very Instagrammable. It is a beautiful, beautiful dish. It is a pretty underwhelming flavor, unfortunately. I don't know why. The donuts here just always, they taste kind of stale. And it doesn't make any sense because I'm watching them make them. I watch them make these donuts. They're very fresh, but they're just not great donuts. I was raised on Krispy Kreme, so for me, this donut is just kind of bready and dry. The fresh strawberry is a nice touch. The strawberry ice cream is fine, but the main component, the donut, is just kind of so-so. You got to come here if you want to do the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine. You got to get the stamp. It's also a very pretty dish to put on your Instagram, but don't expect much else. It's not a standout. After a long day of eating our vibrant Technicolor treats, we are finally done with the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine. We have gotten every stamp in our book except for the completer stamp, so we're going to head over to Deco Delights and finish it off. So this is part of our completer treat. I'm really not sure what it is, actually. It's looks sort of like an icy or a fruit smoothie. And the main part of our completer treat is this adorable cookie. First, I'm going to try to figure out what this is. This is like a berry smoothie. To me, it tastes like kind of blackberry, raspberry, maybe some blueberry. It's kind of a general mixed berry smoothie. It's good. It's a little on the syrupy sweet side, but it's tasty. Last but certainly not least, the Artist Palette cookie. It is so adorable. I almost don't want to bite into it because it's too cute. And it tastes like pretty much every other iced sugar cookie you've ever had. It actually tastes exactly like the one from Festival of the Holidays to me. I think it's pretty much the same recipe in a different shape with different colors. So the big question is, should you do the wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine? And my answer, I think it would be no. I really wouldn't recommend it. There is so much better food to be had around the festival. Pretty consistently, the wonderful walk items were not my favorite thing at the booths that they were at. I would definitely recommend a deconstructed dish. I would recommend the deconstructed French onion soup over the key lime pie. The key lime pie was good. It was probably the best of the Wonderful Walk items we had, but even then, it wasn't as good as one of the other items that we had at the booth. It's kind of a fun activity. It's fun to get your passport stamped. It's nice to have kind of an extra thing to do during the day, but at the end of the day, I just don't really think it's worth it. I think you'll have a better experience just exploring and trying the things that sound good on the menu to you, or doing your research and finding out which foods are really popular at the festival and trying those. I just wasn't really blown away by anything that was on the Wonderful Walk. And while it was nice to get a completer treat and it was refreshing, I don't know that it was worth it. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again because I have to make this video, so I have to do it again. But if you're not having to make a video, I don't recommend doing the Wonderful Walk. I'd recommend trying the other food instead. So the Wonderful Walk of Colorful Cuisine is finished. We have been all the way around the park, but there is one booth that we have not tried yet, and that is PopEats, because the line for PopEats is insane because everyone is there trying to get that Figment popcorn bucket. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I am going to wait probably an hour and a half. That's what I hear the line is at right now. I'm going to wait an hour and a half for a grilled cheese and some tomato soup. Would I recommend that you wait an hour and a half for grilled cheese and tomato soup? No, I probably would not. But we're going to try that grilled cheese and tomato soup. We're going to let you know how good it is. We're going to let you know how long of a wait maybe it is worth waiting for. Let's go get in that really long line and find out. So we are almost there. I can smell the grilled cheese. We've been in this line probably for about 25-30 minutes. Looks like we got about 20 minutes left. It still snakes around a good bit, but I sure hope this grilled cheese is going to be worth it. All right, we have made it all the way up here, but we did not come for the Figment bucket. We came for the grilled cheese. And there it is, the hour-long grilled cheese. It does come with this cool little collectible can, which is cute. Let's see how the sandwich tastes. We are going to dip this grilled cheese into the tomato soup because we're not monsters and we know the correct way to eat grilled cheese. Is this grilled cheese worth an hour-long wait? Probably not. Is this an insanely good grilled cheese? Yes. Yes, it is. If you could get this grilled cheese for, say, a 10-15 minute wait, I would definitely recommend this grilled cheese. So, Disney Parks, if you are listening, strongly suggest separating the line for the grilled cheese from the line for the Figment bucket because, you know, that's a sane thing to do. I feel completely insane that I waited for an hour for this grilled cheese, even though it is a really delicious grilled cheese. So hopefully by the time you all come to the park, either they'll be out of the Figment buckets and this craziness will be over, or they will have figured out that they need to separate these two lines. But either way, if it's possible to get this grilled cheese without an hour-long wait, I would highly recommend it because it is really good. So the grilled cheese is bacon, apple, and brie. Although, I'll be honest, the cheese tastes a little sharper than the brie I'm used to. It's almost like there's a little cheddar in there, but apparently it's just brie. The bacon does taste freshly prepared. It's nice and crispy. The tomato soup is quite good. Is the grilled cheese sandwich good? Yes, it's a great grilled cheese sandwich. And I hope when you come, you'll be able to enjoy it with a normal wait. Well, the sun is setting on our second day here at Epcot International Festival of the Arts. That is going to be a wrap on today's video. We hope you guys had fun tagging along. We had a blast making it. It was so much fun trying all that great food from around the world. We're going to be back in here again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be checking out all the amazing artists that are on display here. We'll check out the galleries. We're going to look for all those cool chalk drawings around the World Showcase. There is still so much more to cover here at International Festival of the Arts, and we're going to do it. If you enjoyed tagging along with us today, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Ring that bell so you'll be notified when our new videos come out. Until next time, don't forget to think happy thoughts, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.